Hi everyone, Gary here, Restore Solutions. Well, we're going to be talking about our restoration division of chemicals right now and how they can help you in your business. So let's talk about our featured brand here, which is called Protox. Now, Protox is for mold and odor and restoration supplies. So the chemicals they have, these are made in Denmark. So firstly, let's talk about their mold system. So I first come across this product. I was referred to this by another company over there in Denmark that promotes this particular product. And they're having some awesome results with it. So I went and done some training with them. So again, I want to go where they're at. So I went to Horsens in Denmark and went and spoke to Protox and did some training with them on how their actual product actually works. When they started talking to me about physical removal, I'm starting to listen. Instead of these products out there, oh yeah, they work so forth, and you just spray them down and so forth, and they're good. Well, I looked at the physical removal component of it, and let me run through how the system works. So first off, we'll talk about this particular product here, and this is called Protox HighSen. So this is a stabilized chlorine dioxide. So how this particular product works, this is a lot less labor on your mold remediation jobs, a hell of a lot less labor. So you're going to HEPA vacuum the surface of the material, if it's a wall or timber or whatever you're going to be actually getting rid of the mold off. So you're going to HEPA vacuum first, then you're going to spray on this particular product, the Protox HighSen. And once you spray it on, you can, between 1 to 1 to 1 to 3, depending on how severe the mold might be. You spray it on, and then what it starts to do is it starts to, break down the cell walls of the live mold and dead mold. But it needs some agitation. So you're going to get some brushes in there or agitation of scourers, some sort of agitation to agitate that area. Once it's been agitated, you then spray on the product yet again for rinsing, spray down for rinsing, and then now that mold remediation over the next 24 hours of oxidization, it now breaks that cell walls of live and the dead mold, and it breaks down degradates the microtoxins. So it's certainly the mold is now fixed. So people say to me, well, no, you got to HEPA vacuum after, and you got to wipe it all down. I said, well, a lot of the products out there are peroxide-based products, and being peroxide-based, that's good. They look after the live mold because it might foam up with the mold, but they don't really look after the dead mold. So then you have to do so much more physical cleaning, and I don't rely on people as much as I rely on the product to do the work, because people can get lazy, certainly when it comes down to making sure they've wiped the surfaces properly and vacuum after. So that particular product there is our pinnacle product for the cleaning side of it. We've also got this activator, which you can mix into the actual HighSen 24 hours before, and it makes chlorine dioxide gas, which is fantastic for a lot of odors, test scene, crime scene cleanups. So when you've got severe odors, this particular product made in the gas, so you have to use it straight up. It's ready to go. You can't mix it up and then keep it. It's got to be used ready to go. But it makes that chlorine. It looks like smoke coming off the product. It's fantastic to see. But it's very, very good at getting rid of a lot of different odors that might be in the job that the restoration job you might be doing. So that's a little bit about the Protox HighSen. The next product we're going to move forward here is called the Protox HP18. Now, the HP18 is a hydrogen peroxide-based product. It's an 18% hydrogen peroxide-based product, and there's also a turbo booster that you can actually add to it to actually boost it. It's very good at getting rid of the stain, especially on timber framing that might have mold on it. So when you've completed the HighSen, you might say, well, look, there's a bit of staining there. The mold's dead, but the appearance and the live and dead mold is gone, but the appearance, there's a stain on there. So this can fix with the stain, or it can also work on live mold, not so much on the dead mold. So staining and live mold, this works unreal. So it's very, very strong stain removing product. So easy to apply. Once you mix the turbo with it, it only lasts for about 5 hours. So you want to make sure that you use that up. So you only want to mix up this 100 mil. So, it's 20 mil per litre that you're going to be mixing up. So if you need 500 mils, you only need 10 mils of the turbo compared to, 500 mils of the product. Then we've got the Protox encapsulator. Well, I've got an area on my mold remediation job that I cannot get to. There's an area where I just can't get in and clean. It's very awkward. I want to lock it in and seal it in. So this locks and seals in the mold. So at the end of the day, it can't off-gas. So it seals it in just on areas where you cannot get to. So that's our encapsulation product. It's fantastic. We've had some great results already from a lot of our customers that are using this particular product. This particular product here is called our Mold Protect. So our Mold Protect product is when we've got a job where you go, well, hang on, I've fixed the mold problem, but we haven't fixed the moisture problem, whether it's a bathroom or a high humidity area, or there's something there where you haven't fixed the humidity problem. At the end of the day, this particular product's going to put a coating on there where the mold can't grow on that surface. It's a deterrent for the mold to grow on that surface. Obviously, it's great to get rid of the moisture, but certainly there's certain circumstances in the way that buildings are designed where sometimes that can't happen. This is to stop the mold from growing on that surface. So that's our complete kit that we have for the mold remediation component. We have our cleaner, recapping, our stain remover, our encapsulation product, and then our protection-based product. So those 4 products there, it comes in a kit on our site, and it's fantastic to have for the mold remediation professional. Looks like we might have some questions.
So when you encapsulate the mold, will it pass a surface tape test?
When we encapsulate the mold, will it pass a surface tape test? Well, because it puts a coating on top of the mold, then obviously when you're putting a tape test on top of that actual coating, it's trying to lock it in so it doesn't so you're not surface tape testing the mold itself. It's putting a coating over it, like a sealer.
Okay. How do you apply the Mold Protect?
The Mold Protect can be sprayed, brushed, rolled, any one of those 3.
Okay. And why is it important to remove staining when completing remediation?
Well, the staining is not that important, but people say, if they can see the mold, it's like the old bathrooms, mate. This is what happens. This is the bathroom process. People go in, they buy their exit mold, they spray their bathroom. Oh, the mold, it's gone. And then 2 days later, it comes back. They're not really getting rid of the problem. And we checked this. We used a hydrogen peroxide-based product in our shower. So we used the product in our shower. And then what we did first is we used HighSen, and then we cleaned, and then we used the hydrogen peroxide-based product on our shower, got rid of the staining, and then we actually followed up with the HighSen again. We found the mold didn't grow back for so long. And then since then, we grout sealed and tried to put a protection on there to stop the mold from growing. But at the end of the day, we followed with the HighSen in between our cleaning. The mold part in our bathroom was phenomenal. So sometimes when people see mold, they think it's unsafe. It's the color that they can see. So people think, well, I could just spray this on here and get rid of the color of the mold, but the dead mold can still be there. And the dead mold can be more harmful for you. I look at it like this. I do this as a bit of a training session about mold. Let's talk about mold. So there's 4 people in this room right now, right? I got Laurel, I got Julius, I got my fantastic camera guy Lewis, and there's 4 of us in this room right now. So mold is like the most annoying person in this room. Now, Julius would say that I'm the most annoying person in this room, right? So how do you get rid of the most annoying person in the room? So Lewis comes up with an idea, well, let's just kill him. And Laurel goes, oh, come on, that's a bit harsh. Why don't we just spray him with something? So Laurel gets some sort of chemical out and sprays me with something. And guess what? I start running around the room and flap my arms and start swinging. And she goes, well, that didn't work. That just made him worse. So sometimes spraying mold with something doesn't work. So she said, and Lewis goes, look, let's go back to my idea. Let's just kill him. I've got a gun here. We're going to shoot him. Bang. We shoot Gary. Now we got blood and guts and brain all over the place. Now I was annoying live, but bloody hell, I'm worse now dead because now I smell and you got to clean up the mess. So I can be more annoying dead than I am alive. So that's a little bit like mold. So at the end of the day, you want to get rid of the dead mold as well. So not just the color is what you want to get rid of, it's the live and dead. So obviously this physical removal process, it's a whole process rather than a product. It's a process. Okay, any more questions that we have? I don't know, that's 101 in mold teaching. How people like that? That's a bit of a lesson on how to remove mold. So there's some great mold people out there that I don't think, I hope Jeremy Stamkos approves of that one. Thanks very much. So I'll move on. Now we've got, we have a question.
Yeah, fogging the chemicals. Any of them can be fogged?
Yeah, you can fog. You can fog the HighSen, you could fog the Protect, but you obviously want to be putting in a bit more of a coating. The fogging on the Protect, if you're going to be fogging a frame and so forth, you want to make sure that you're getting enough coverage. So sometimes fogging, depending on how much droplets are coming out, how big the droplets are, how big the micron size are, sometimes it's not enough coverage. And same with encapsulation. So sometimes you need to actually get a coarser application by spray unit. But I've had customers that have fogged their HighSen on, and it's actually worked. But again, the more you can get the product on there, the more it can work. So fogging can sometimes be not enough contact of product, if that makes sense. But it can be fogged. Okay, so let's look at this particular product. This is called Protox Odor Free. So this product is designed for any soft goods, whether it's upholstery, carpets, fabric, handbags, shoes, clothes, whatever it might be. This is an active bacteria product, and this is a product that I've never seen how good this works. I've gone to customers and some of my customers at Biofuss, and they've had urine on rugs, and I've just sprayed it instantly, and the odor's instantly gone. That vomit and any bacterial odors, this thing is phenomenal. Any protein odors, it's a phenomenal product. And it's a one part, spray it on and it's done. So that's a fantastic restoration product. Don't know if we've got any questions on that. Okay. This is our microcide. This is an antimicrobial. This is a quaternary-based product that's a disinfectant. Registered disinfectant for hard floors, but obviously we use it. We can use it on carpet, we can use it on upholstery, we can use it on hard floors. Anytime we've got a Cat 3 water job. So this is great for that sort of. It doesn't have any perfume odor, which is fantastic. So it's a great disinfectant for those sort of jobs that we're doing, especially for a flooded event that we've got, and we want to knock down sewage or anything like that. This certainly works well. Another thing that works really well for sewage is this HighSen. It could work very well, not just for mold. A very tough sewage job, this will work so well on sewage. So this is just a great disinfectant. Whenever you're applying this disinfectant, if you're going to atomize it, you want to be making sure you've got a full face respirator, so that you're not breathing in, because quaternary-based products are not very good to breathe in. Make sure you've got a proper cartridge. It's got to have, I'm pretty sure it's grey, brown, green, and then a HEPA at the front and a pre-filter, and a proper fitted respirator, full face respirator is preferred when you're using this type of product. And you get the householder out, you got to spray it in the car. Can you hop out for 15, 20 minutes just while I spray this product? And then once the product settles, then they can come on in. But any sort of disinfection. Well, we've got a question.
Actually, back to odor free. I want to know the pH level of odor free.
Oh, wow. I've never been asked the pH level for odor free, but I'm pretty sure it's close to neutral. I don't think it has the pH on it, but I'll come back to that person. But I'm pretty sure it's close to neutral. I've had it sprayed on fine fabrics, so it's very safe. It's going to be slightly on the acid side or neutral, I'm presuming, between 6 and 7. But I'll come back to that person and give that exact answer. I don't like not having the answer, but no one's ever asked me that before. Okay, last product is our Hydra Salt. This is a water-based solvent that is fantastic to use as a degreaser for multiple things: fire damage, soot cleanup, to grease cleanup, to greasy areas that you might be cleaning on a restoration job. But certainly fantastic for fire. It's got a great odor. It's very safe to use. So you can break this down from 100 to 1 down to straight, depending on the severity of what you're trying to clean up. This product's been developed for many, many years. It's a pinnacle product from the company that we deal with, and certainly we've had excellent success with the guys that are using it on fire damage. I've had guys foam this onto bricks, and it's worked so well on the soot damaged areas. So that's another one of our restoration products. So you can see we're tackling mold. We were going to have another product which I can quickly talk about, which is coming to the marketplace from Protox. It's a fire cleaning product, but just from the air freight and the COVID-19, it just got finished about 3 or 4 weeks ago, and it hasn't made it. So when it does, I will do a live video to say this product's here, but hopefully we'll have that product soon in our hands, because everything we've got so far from Protox has been unbelievable. So do we have any more questions?
How does it compare? I don't know which chemical he's talking about. Compare to competitors like Crossfire, which has wetting agents to allow deeper penetration.
Okay, so yeah, this HydroSolve, it also has wetting agents too. It doesn't dry out, so it can be applied, and it certainly lasts wet on that area. It has a good contact. It's very safe to use. It's not as caustic as a lot of other products that are on the marketplace. I could dip my hand in here without gloves. It's not very caustic towards myself. I can spray my engine bay with it, and it's not going to damage my paint on my vehicle. So it's very, very safe in that aspect. But guys, the thing is about products is this: I can sit here and mouth off and tell you it's this and that and so forth. It's not a lot of money to buy one of these bottles and have a go. If it's no good, throw it back at me, and usually we'll give you back your money. If it hasn't worked for you. That's how sure we are of this product. We put our name on it. So when we put our name on it, we don't want to sell product out there and get a bad name. Oh, this product doesn't work. We're not going to want to sell it. So we don't have a huge range of restoration products, because we want to make sure that we've tried and tested this. I've used this product for nearly 20 years. Protox, I did the research. This particular antimicrobial, again, we've used this for a long, long time in our restoration business. So at the end of the day, we don't want to put a product on this table unless that we know that it works. Personally.
We've got a question about using it on leather. I haven't been clarified which product he's talking about, but odor free, I assume no issue. Microcide.
Okay, I've got a question about using it on leather. Which product are you talking about to be used on leather? You could use this antimicrobial on leather. You could wipe it over. You could use the odor free.
One's Hydra Salt, yellow one.
Hydra Salt is going to be different. Hydra Salt, obviously, there is some solvents in there that can break the coating. So if it's a protected pigmented leather and it has a coating on the top of the leather, you'd want to be very wary. So at the end of the day, you can wipe it. A lot of the times with soot damage items, you have to be careful on leather. It's all to do with how good the quality of the protection polyurethane coating they have on the actual leather. So you just have to do a test. You can actually have leather cleaner that can actually strip off protector, because the protector is worn down to the stage where it's too far gone. So a lot of the times you'll have a protected pigmented leather that's available in Australia, which is probably 95% of our market. You've got your aniline leathers and you've got your Nubuck, but your protected pigmented leather is your most common. So what happens is with that leather, people think, well, you just got to wipe it, and have to look after it. Well, what breaks that leather down is the body oils and the sweat and so forth. It breaks down the coating that's on the leather. Once that coating's broken down, you're now actually working in the color. So once it gets into the color, you can clean it 100 times. You're now taking the dirt out of the color. Oh, it's still dirty. Well, it's dirt in color. So now I have to recolor it and recoat it. So if they keep the cleaning and protection maintained and the coating's in good nick, you could certainly wipe this product over at 100 to 1 or 50 to 1, and you shouldn't have any issue at all. But even at 100 to 1 on a coating that's almost gone, you're still going to have problems. But you're going to have problems with the normal leather cleaner as well. I hope that I don't just want to give you a black and white answer on that, because it's not a black and white answer. Okay, so that's a little bit about our restoration chemicals. I hope you've got some great information out of this, and hope you can use that in your business to move forward. Check out our website for any individual product. Again, we've got some instructional videos on those products, on how they work in great detail if you get stuck. We like to do everything via video, so you guys have got it handy on your mobile whilst you're out there in the market doing your jobs. So you've got it handy, ready to go, that instructional part of it. So thanks, guys, for watching, and see you in the next session.